Hey, what up? Lazy here as always. In this episode, we're back on Forza Horizon 5, and we're here with the new car pass car, the BMW M8 Competition Coupe. And what I want to do is build it up and take it drifting. So let's jump in and get this build started. Okay, so with this build, this car comes stock with a twin turbo V8, and with the size and weight of this car, it's just not going to cut it. So I want to swap out to... I want to go with the V10. I don't usually play around with that. So, yeah, we'll go with that. It is all-wheel drive, so I'm going to convert it to rear-wheel drive just to make it easier to slide. Plus, it drops a bunch of weight. And, of course, I have to twin turbo it. If it's there, I have to do it. Alright, for the body, this has got a pretty cool kit, the AC Schnitzer. So, I'm going to go with that all the way around. But as for the wing, I actually prefer the first option, that one right there, so I'm going to go with that. As I said, I'm going with the AC kit all the way around, so I'm just going to go through, continue putting on all the bits and pieces. Yep, right there, cool. Now we can jump into the wheels and tires. I'm going to leave it on the stock tire compound. I'm leaving it on the stock tire width in the front and in the rear. This is on 20s, but honestly prefer it on 21, so I'm going to take it up all round. As for the rims, there's a set that will fit this car really well, just because they look good and because of the name. These ones, the Work Emotion M8Rs, so M8s on M8s, kind of, yeah. I saw the funny side of that. I don't know if you will as well. We'll max the track width out in the front and in the rear, as usual. Alright, jumping into the drivetrain. Since we rear-wheel drive swapped it, we've already got an upgraded clutch, but I'm going to go ahead and drop in the 4-speed drift transmission, the race drive shaft, and the drift diff as usual. Alright, jumping into here. There's no brake upgrade, and that's alright. We'll chuck it on drift suspension. I really like this color combo, the black and blue. It works really well. We'll max out the sway bars in the front and the rear. I'm going nowhere near the cage. And we'll chuck the weight reduction on now, 3251. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Awesome. Now, as for the engine, since I don't play around with it much, I'm just going to go through and completely max it out. Why not? This is a heavy-ish car, so needs a bit more push. So we'll just keep going through, we'll chuck everything on, and we'll get our final numbers when we get to the flywheel. So 1,215 horsepower, 833 foot-pounds at 3302. That's actually a lot lighter than I expected. Awesome, so there is the build done. The paint is also done. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. It's much appreciated. Cheers. Now, let's drop in a tune. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep this tune as basic as possible. I'm going to leave the tire pressures where they are. As for the final drive, I'm going to bring this up to a 420. That should put fourth around 440, 450 mile per hour, so that should be pretty decent. For the alignment, I'm going to go 3.5 negative camber in the front and 2.5 negative camber in the rear, with 0.2 toe out in the rear. All the rest of the suspension should be fine. If you want to download this tune, share codes at the bottom of the screen. As for the brakes, I'm going with my usual 30, 140. Yep, right there. And the diff is already locked. We'll take the 10% decel out. And there we go. There's a tune done. Now let's go give this thing a rip. Oh, that was close to 1.14 mil. If I had cleaned up a couple of those corners, I could have had that easy. But overall, this thing is actually really good. You can tell that it's got a fair bit of weight behind it, but it transitions really smoothly, and with this engine setup, it works really well, as you can see. But that's it for the video for today. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Laters.